Guys, it's February. And if you're seeing that, that means that you have officially made it to month 2. That's the hardest part. Just showing up for yourself. So if you're here, you're already doing the damn thing. Pat yourself on the back. Say, I'm doing a good job. Let's get started with this warm up. We're gonna do 30 seconds on, 10-second rest. It's gonna be quick and dirty, 5 minutes for your warm up, all right? Let's begin with jumping jacks. Jumping jacks. Get that blood moving. Remember to keep your core nice and tight. Pull that belly button to your spine. You're gonna feel this in your back, like your shoulder blades are coming down and pinching. Remember, options here are to take steps out, and you can move faster and slower in this too. You are still working your body, still getting that blood flowing. All right. Up next, we're gonna do side leg raises. Just to open up that hip. Now I will say, here you might need a wall. Opening up that hip. Ooh, and mine is nice and crunchy. I don't know if that's a good thing. Probably not. What that tells me is I probably need to do this more. You know, you tell everybody, don't forget to do your warm-ups. And you never do your warm-up. So I'm doing better for you guys. Switch and do your other side. Opening up your hip. Open it up to the side. How am I already out of breath in the warm-up? Oh, that's okay. Oh. Keep it going, keep it going. Then we're gonna go to toy soldiers, down and back. If you can't walk down and back, do me and stay in your spot. Ooh. Now remember, your toy shoulders don't have to be as high. What you're gonna feel here is that strengthening and lengthening your hamstring. Nice and slow. You're also gonna feel this down your IT band. And it does help if you flex your foot back when you kick up. Whew. Gonna do high knees. My least favorite. I don't know what it is about high knees. I think it's because to do them correctly, you have to kind of go really fast. And I don't like to run, so I don't like it. But we don't have to like everything, I guess. Whew. 5 more seconds. Marching here is always an option. I like giving you guys options. Remember, if you're still going, still run, still run. All right, butt kickers are up next. Heels to your glutes. So this is going to open up your quads. And you can take it up into a run. Keep those heels flat, or those feet flexed, and you're really gonna feel it in the front of your quads. 10 seconds. Then we're gonna go meet on the floor for a little cat-cow. Woo-wee. What a good warm-up. I'm feeling warm and up. All right, little cat-cow. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Up. Exhale. Breathe in and round your cat. Tailbone down. Crown of your head down. Exhale and rise. Again, inhale. And exhale. All right, last bit.
Activity completed.
Excellent job. Our activity is completed. Okay. Maybe back on your mat for our upper body cardio. Let's go, ladies. Let's set our watches, or however you are tracking your abilities. And you know, if you're not tracking them, don't worry about it. All right, now that we have all of that mess out of the way, let's talk about what we're gonna do for the month of February for our upper body. So last month we started with weights, and I really talked and discussed about form and how important that is. That's why we stuck with the same Tuesday and Thursday workout to really perfect that form. So now this month we are going to come down to our mat. We're going to work on those body weight. So we're gonna begin today with the push-up. Yay! It's my least favorite too. We're gonna go into shoulder taps, bird dog on left, bird dog on right, which seems so much easier than you would think, but really knocks out that core. And then we're going to wrap it all up in a nice little bow with bicycle crunches. Oh my God, I can literally hear the joy screaming from my phone. I can hear you screaming. Yeah, that's what that was. That definitely wasn't hate at all. All right, so we got this. 14 minutes and 30 seconds. That's all it is. So drop down on your mat, join me. Let's get started. I'm gonna begin in push-ups. I'm gonna model, demonstrate lots of different options, okay? So take your option. I'm gonna say that so many times, it's gonna be annoying. I know it's annoying, just take your options. I still do most of my push-ups on my knees because it's better for my shoulders. You're going to find that just because the world says that you have to do a specific movement in a specific way, you don't need to get the results. You don't. You don't. So drop to your knees. Put your knees under your hips. Do the things that are gonna make you successful in this workout, because that's why you're gonna come back. You're gonna come back when you're successful. So let's do it. You ready? Let's go. Push-ups. 30 seconds, hands under shoulders. We're doing tricep push-ups. Option 1, on your knees, down, up. So you're moving the whole 30 seconds. You want those elbows to be grazing your side. You're gonna have those shoulders over your hands. Now, if this is tricky, bring those knees under your hips, and you're still working those tricep muscles. You can still feel this burn, especially because you're doing it the entire 30 seconds. And now we have a 25-second rest. We're gonna be like glazed donuts. All right, planks with shoulder taps. Planks with shoulder taps, you can do it on your knees, on your toes. Just like before, take your options. So hands under shoulders, tap your shoulder. Your goal here is you want your core to be so tight that there's little to no rocking when you tap. Option, remember, is to take those knees down, keep that core nice and tight, and that shoulder blade pinch, kind of like I was speaking about before. It's gonna help you keep that core tight and prevent you from rocking. Right, already down. So bird dog. We're gonna set that up. Again, really working on slow and control and body weight movements. Hands under shoulders. Your knees do stay down. We're gonna go right arm, left leg. You just go out and you're gonna hold. You're gonna hold this. It seems pretty easy, yeah? Just wait. Keep that core nice and tight. You can flex that foot. That helps you keep any balance. If you really want to challenge, you can go out to the diagonal. Ooh-wee. See if you start wobbling there. 3, 2, 1, down. Right? I'm a little sleepy. That's okay. So bird dog, working on our core, on our strength, and on our balance. All things to get us moving in our daily lives functional medicine, right? All right, so we're gonna switch. Left arm, right leg. Gonna start out straight, keeping that core nice and tight. And remember, goal here is to be balanced. Right, you can take it out to the diagonal if you want to challenge. Keep that core nice and tight. Then we're gonna flip over to our backs. For some bicycle crunches. Remember, when you're doing your bicycle crunches, have your chin to your chest. Your hands aren't touching your head, they're just beside there. And you're gonna crunch up, elbow to knee. Here we go. You can extend. Now, when I do bicycle crunches, I like to do them nice and slow. You really get the exaggeration of the turns, and you're gonna feel these down your side. Whew. Really exaggerate that turn. Elbow to knee. Other leg outstretched. And don't forget to breathe. Whew. All right, guys, we're done with round one. Now, I did demo all of them and talked through most of the workout. This time, I'm gonna do a little less talking and a little more moving. So I want you to do the same. Let's step it up. I'm gonna start with those push-ups. Take your option. Here we go. Remember, this is only 30 seconds. We're moving the whole time. Don't forget to breathe. Think about those elbows, brushing your side. I thought I said I would talk less. We all know I can't talk less. Oh gosh. When it starts to burn, take it down, go slower. Just don't stop. Just don't stop. That's what this is all about. That's what these workouts are for. This is what this program's for. That's what habits are for, to prevent the stop. When life gets hard, we don't just stop. We can't just give up. We're gonna set ourselves up for success. And this is how we're gonna do it. Shoulder taps. Core nice and tight. Remember, options are knees down. Glutes are so tight, y'all. Ugh, look like little buttons of steel. Keep them tight. Think about squeezing your thighs together. Your core, your belly button coming to your spine. Ooh. 5 seconds. Here we go. Ooh-wee. Guys, we're already on the downhill slope. Going to bird dog. And I like bird dog. I am gonna give you an option to spice up bird dog just a little more. So make it a little more challenging. So go ahead, come to your hands and your knees, get set up. Go ahead and extend. Okay, if you're here and you're good, and go ahead and go out to the diagonal. All right, bring it back in and crunch. Knee to elbow. And rest, yeah. Okay, I start to fill up my shoulders. I start to fill up my abs. It's when I know I gotta tighten everything up even more. If you're only filling it in one place, squeeze more. You're gonna hear me say it so much, it's gonna be annoying. I should get like a shirt tattooed with it, a shirt with it on there, tattoo it on my face. Hold your core. Switch. Oh, good. All right. Remember, level 1. Level 2. Go ahead and take it to your level 2. If you're ready for level 3, we're gonna start that in 3, 2, 1. Take it back to center and crunch. Knee to elbow. You're gonna curl into a little ball and like explode out. Curl and extend. Like bend and snap. All right. Bicycle crunches. Flip around down. Roll on back safely. Also, this is always like a really good massage for your back. They talked about that in yoga. Okay, fingertips to neck, extend elbow to knee with that twist. I know in HIIT classes, moving quickly is always the goal, so you can get more reps, burn more calories. But in movements like this, I want you to be able to feel it more than that. Whew. All right, that was round 2. It's already time for round 3. So this is our last round for our upper body cardio push, and then we're gonna meet back with our weights. So let's do the damn thing. Push-ups. I'm gonna challenge myself and get started on my toes this time. Do as many as you can and then drop down to the next level. Here we go. I'm gonna set up. My legs are really tight. My shoulders are down and back away from my ears. My core is tight. Ooh. I told you I can't do push-ups. Now, do you see how I wormed? My back got a little wormy. If that happens, go to the next level. No ego. You gotta lose the ego, man. It's really hard for me to do, to go down a step. To get to the easier option, but you're protecting your body. And you can't work out if you're hurt. So, protect your body. All right, shoulder taps. So remember, knees are always an option. Toes are your next level. Tap, tap. So we're working your core strength here, your shoulder strength. Which really, your core is gonna get you through most of your workouts. And we gotta be kind to those shoulders, man. They do so much work for us. 5 more seconds. Ooh, 2, here we go. 3 more movements. Bird dog. So, last round of bird dog, I want you to start at your top spot. Go as hard as you can, then drop to the next one. Go as hard as you can, then drop to the next one. Here we go. Bird dog. I'm gonna start with a crunch. You might just be holding, which is great. I'm gonna keep that core nice and tight and extend. Like your knees going down to your nose and you're extending to a little ball. Ooh, that shoulder's burning. My shoulder's burning. I try to think about what else I can do to pull that energy from my shoulder. Sounds silly, but think about it. If you're focusing on your shoulder pain, my shoulder, I want you to think about how you can take it away. So tightening up your core, because something's loose. That might not make sense, but it does if you think about it. Ooh, look at that, see? Couldn't do it on that. In, out, in. Think about that core being tight if your shoulder hurts. Think about pressing this foot down into the mat. Getting that balance. Squeezing that glute. I'm gonna wrap it up with this last round of bicycle crunches. And we're gonna be done with upper body cardio. We're gonna move into some weighted exercises. It's like the last 5 seconds are always the longest, right? Roll them back and go. Don't forget to breathe. This is the last exercise. The full extension of your leg, full rotation of your chest. Five more seconds. And 1. We're done. We're done. All right. We are here for our upper body weighted workout. I have a large variety of weights. Now, this is where we're all going to differ. You've got to use the weights that are right for your body, or you're going to be so sore, you're not going to want to work out for like 2 weeks. And while that sounds tempting, I get it. But I worked so hard, I didn't have to work out for 2 weeks. No, I get it. I would rather you do 5 minutes of work every single day than an hour of work 1 day a week. Surprised? Habits. When you build your workout into your day, you're building those habits and you'll stay true to those habits. So even on your worst day, you can work out for 5 minutes. You can work out for 5 minutes on your worst day. So that's where I want you. I want you on your low weights. Now I'm going to tell you what I'm going to use, and I want you to think about what you need to use. So a strict press. You're going to bend your knees to pick up your weights. This is where we're going to start today. Rack them up to your shoulders. Strict press. Now, I am using 15s. We're going to be doing this for 35 seconds on the entire time. I will tell you, I'll be able to use the 15s maybe the first and second round, and the third round I'll drop down. And you're right, I'm gonna say it, that's okay. We're gonna feel that burn and we're gonna get that hit. So after strict press, we're gonna go to front raises. That's really focusing on our shoulders, on our deltoids. Y'all know me and my wonky shoulders, I gotta drop that weight. I'm going to attempt an 8. I might be able to do it for the first round. So front, we'll go to the front first. We'll do that for 35 seconds, and then we're gonna go to the side left. Ha. All right, from our side, we're gonna go to the tricep extension. On tricep extension, I want you to grab one heavy weight. I am gonna take a 25. Elbows forward of your face. Weight goes down behind the back of your neck. Now, I can already tell my grip strength is poor. So if I can't hold it like this, I'm gonna hold it like this. Up and over with my elbows to the front. Okay? After that tricep extension, I'm gonna come down to the ground for chest press. I'm gonna work on that chest today. Told you this was an upper body burn. Ugh. Let me move these. So on your chest press, you can go a little bit heavier. So I'm gonna stay with that 20 pound. Put one on each side of me. Ugh. Roll on back. Rack them up. And when you do chest press on the floor, you already have your safety built in for you because you can't drop your elbows any lower than your chest. So here you can go a little bit heavier. And then you'll roll on up like Willy Wonka and start again. All right, you ready? You ready? Okay. I'm gonna start with strict press, okay? Strict press. Ooh, getting those weights ready for me. 20% of my battery, that's not great. All right, 3 rounds. 15 minutes. Let's do it. Grab those weights for strict press, 35 seconds. Keep that core nice and tight, and go. So here your toes are gonna be pointed forward. That core is gonna be nice and locked in. Your tail's gonna be down, your glutes are gonna be on. And elbows stop at shoulder height. Now I will say, it is much easier to do this when you are looking in a mirror because you can make sure that you're doing all of those things. So if you have a window or a mirror you can be looking in, get that set up. We're going to front raise. Like I said, I'm going to 8 pounds. You might be down at 5. You might be at 2. Start at 2. I started at 2. What? I think I'm at 2 years now outside of my shoulders. Being all in physical therapy. I don't know if you, well, I know some of you know, but a few years ago I tore my labrum. And, well, if I went to high school with you, you guys already know how weird my shoulders are. But for those of you who don't know, I'm very bendy. I have some connective tissues, things going on that are probably concerning. All of that is to say, they wanted me to do surgery. However, my doctor did know, thank goodness, that the ability to not work out or to not do yoga would hinder me more than the pain was. So we discussed all of my options. And I took strength training with a physical therapist versus surgery. And during the pandemic, that is the only person that I saw. We're gonna go out for our side raises. Her name was Kylie, just like my niece. She kicked my ass. Oh my God. I worked out with her, with my physical therapist for an hour a week. And I mean, she would make me cry and she would laugh. I think she had fun. But she taught me so many things. She taught me how to feel my body. Yeah. So Kylie is the reason why I can still work out and that I'm so particular about form and I know how important it is. And she taught me that. I'm very grateful. Anyways, yeah. Tricep extension, grab your one weight. I like to go like these. So elbows are forward to face. Think about squeezing those elbows together, keeping that core nice and tight. You're gonna see I'm not arching my back. I'm squeezing those glutes to protect my lower back. I'm keeping my core tight to protect my lower back while also working my triceps. So many things to think about. 5 more seconds. Get that bull extension at the top. All right. Come on down to the ground, but chest press. Get yourself all set up. Your heels, you want to be pretty close to your glutes. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself set up with my weights. So hands right above elbows, core on, lower back pushed into the ground. You can keep that core tight, squeezing those glutes. Down, press up. Breathe in, exhale on your way up. It's hard to do that when you're talking. Wow. Whew. Ooh. Alrighty. Round 1 is done. Come back to our feet. I'm gonna start all over again with strict press. So, I can tell you, I can do it. I can do it. I'm gonna go one more time with my heavy weights for strict press. I can do it. Let's rack those weights up. Core tight. And tell ourselves we can do hard things. You guys, We can do hard things. You guys know about Glennon Doyle yet? Emily, I know you do. Who else does? Taylor does. I know Taylor does. Fucking love Glennon. Okay, I got 10 seconds. I'm gonna do one more. No. That's okay. I know now that next time, that was too much weight for me. I'm gonna drop down. I'm gonna move on. So, front raise. I'm gonna drop down. Those 8s were a struggle, and I talked my way through the whole thing. So, we're gonna do front raise. Anyways, back to Glennon. We can do hard things. She says sometimes it's easier to do the hard things than it is to do the easy things. Oh my God. You guys have to read her book if you haven't. Glennon Doyle. Check her out. So when you're doing these front raises, you might have a little bend in your elbows. You're gonna stop those weights at shoulder height. That just keeps your body protected. Shake it out. I'm getting out of breath on this workout. So we're going from front raises to side raises, similar to the front raise where we stop at our shoulders. Also going to stop at our shoulders on our side raises. Why was that a mouthful? Here we go. Side raises. Core's nice and tight. Chest is nice and tight. Not upright. Glutes are squeezed. And you're soaring. When people think about upper body, they think about triceps and biceps. Sometimes they forget about our poor shoulders. We gotta show them some love. Some love. All right, next up is our tricep extension. Go as heavy as you can. So if you are working out with weight plates, you can do tricep extensions with those weight plates. Easy peasy. If you have smaller weights, like if you don't have a 20 pound, feel free to grab 2 weights. I'll demo that. You can grab 2 weights, push them together, and you're going to do the same thing. Your focus here though is really pushing them together and keeping them in sync. Those elbows are gonna be facing the front. You're gonna try to squeeze them together, and you're gonna stop those weights at the base of your neck. Now, say you don't have weights, what else can you use? You can use books. You can use a frozen water bottle. You can use a milk jug. I got really crafty with what I used while I was finding all of these things. These nice fancy weights that all match, they were actually a housewarming gift at this house. So a lot of these weights are things that I've just gotten. And, oh, chest press. Ugh. I worked out for a really long time with things I found from Walmart. I got kettlebells from Aldi's. It was such a good find. It was like $30 for 3 different sizes of kettlebells. Places you need to look. Big Lots, awesome place. Marshall's, you can always find workout stuff at Marshall's. Goodwill, go to Goodwill. That's where I got all of these hand weights. That's where I got my step. You ready for our last round? Strict press. Now remember, I'm going down. But if you can stay with your same weight, do it. All right, glutes are squeezed. Tail is tucked. Core is on. Yee, shoulders are on fire. Slow and controlled. 3, 2, 1. Ow. All right, go into that front raise. Okay, if it gets to the point where your front raise, you can't get it up much higher, drop down to one weight. You can do it with one weight. Who says you can't? Well, let me show you. I'll grab a 15. Core's nice and tight. Front raise. Now, ideally, you would be doing that with a little bit lighter of a weight, because you're still moving, you're still getting that workout in. Now, if you can progress to your 2 weights, go ahead and stay there. We want to get the best workout we can. So don't drop down just because it is easier. We do need a little challenge in our life. Whew. Man, this is a challenge though. Hey. Last one. Oh. I've literally talked throughout this entire workout, but it does help me burn more calories. It does. I should just have like a little app of like how many additional calories I've burned just because of the extra talking. Boop, boop. Side raises. What else do I know? What else can I share? I know we've been talking more about habits and my love for James Clear's Atomic Habits. Jason's actually reading that right now. God. And if you saw my share from last Wednesday, the last Wednesday in January, I shared Brene Brown interview with James Clear. It's a 2-parter. If you haven't listened to it. And if you don't know who Brene Brown is, what are you doing with your life? Emily Adams, I know that you know. Emily York, I'm pretty sure that you know her too. Most people know who she is. I'm just trying to remember the people I've actually had discussions with. And now I'm distracted and I'm tricep positions. Jeez. So there's, like I said, several ways you can do this with both weights. One weight like this, or one weight with the single like this. Just remember to keep that core nice and tight. Your glutes aren't out. That's gonna hurt your lower back. Tuck it in. Tuck that tail. It's a big exaggeration. And when you feel it, everything locks in. God. I remember when I finally figured out what that meant. Tucking that tail. It keeps your core tight and it protects your lower back. I was in a really serious car accident in 2011, I think, and broke a lot of things. All of that is to say that I was told I would have severe lower back pain just for the rest of my life. I was put on opioids. I was taking them daily. They became a part of my life. And one day I noticed that I was taking them too much and threw them all away. But was still having all of that pain, and finally went to work with a physical therapist. And she taught me how to hold my body so I wouldn't be in pain. If you are in pain, there are things that you can do. You don't have to be in pain. We can look up stretches, we can look up workouts. There are things that you can do for your body.
Completed.
Thanks. There are things that you can do for your body so you're not going to be in pain. And whether it's working out or stretching, doing water-based activities. That's really great for your bodies and your muscles. I just feel like a lot of people don't know that, and I want to share it. So we learned a lot of things today, and we worked out a lot today. So let's give our body some love and do a little cool down. So go ahead and open up your chest. And left arm to the side. I feel like I talked a whole lot this time. Like I just rambled. Feel free to put me on mute anytime. I'll never know. Switch. I won't ever know. No, and I'll never ask. All right, up and over the other back. Don't pull too much. You're just gonna feel this in your triceps. And switch. All right, gonna take our right arm up and over to the side. You're gonna feel this all the way down our side and down our IT band. You can have this arm either holding your side or reaching down for the opposite. And switch. Up and over. All right, little twist. Let's do a couple big belly breaths together. We're gonna get out of here. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more time in. And out. All right, guys, that's month 2 of your upper body workout. Thanks for joining me.